Hello, welcome to everyone to Center Study of Truth, to another segment in English. My name is Stephen Mager. I'm an independent researcher, occult researcher, and teacher and student of natural law. And I speak about many important subjects in English and Hebrew. And I make some special presentation today about false flags and psyops operations, psychological operations. But before I start, I want to remind about my website is stephenmager.com, and you can find me in Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. My main channel is in YouTube. You can see all my content there. I publish in both languages, Hebrew and English. Today we start to speak about what is psychological operations, what is going on, and is really tense week was in Israel here and after what happened. And also I want to speak about this event. Very important to speak about that because it's also another psyop and false flag operation by the governments and the social engineers that manipulate the masses and creating chaos and wars between us, between the brothers and sisters, that we supposed to live together in peace. And unfortunately people not understand, and because of the ignorance of the masses of the people around the world, this is what we see as a result and as a consequences. Unfortunately, this is the consequences. And today I want to break down this event in esoteric, what is means in esoteric, in terms of esoteric sciences, and we'll break down the occult meaning of the numerology of this event and everything. Of course, I investigate about that till now. It's a fresh event, and we need to look on all the angles around that. And all the time we need to be skeptical and ask the question why everything happened and how. And people not understand, they don't know who stand behind all these operations. This is masters of psychologists, ancient psychologists, that manipulate the human beings because they understand in psyche, they understand human psychology and occult and hidden knowledge that people remain ignorant. And this is the reason what happened in the 7/10 and 9/11 and whatever. This is another psyop like 9/11 style, and I will speak about that. This is pretty similar operation, and this is very professional done, and you see the correspondences and all that. But before I enter to this, I want to speak about what is really false flag operations, what is psychological operations, what does that mean. And I make the presentation for show you what is that really, what is all about, why they do it, and how people cooperate with this unknowingly. They just ignorant and unconsciously follow and start to be tyrant and love their governments, and they rely on their governments. They think they care about them and protect them, but we see how they don't protect us. They just create this by purpose, predetermined agenda. Okay, we'll speak about that, and the Hegelian dialectic and all this, how they want to create in the human being internal contradictions, cognitive dissonance and all that, and create divide and conquer between two groups, oppositions and all that. Anyways, I want to open the presentation. let's see what is really false flag means in psyops. And the concept of the false flag refers to a situation where an event is deliberately staged or manipulated to make it appear as it. Social engineers use psychological operations as a method of warfare. I mean, this looks like a war, okay? It looks like, okay, this is the enemy, and we need to fight against that enemy. This is what they told us. This is their plan before they create the problem, and we'll speak about the problem reaction solution method that they use. We see patterns from our history till now, how they use this method all the time. Anyways, they want to manipulate the social engineers. They deliberately staged all this manipulation in order that people start to rely more on government. They will surrender more easily to authority, to human authority. They will create a chaos between even inside the country. Okay, they support they worship flags. Okay, they worship flags. They give them a flags, and there's like football game, and group A and group B, and they create a war. A real war. It looks like a war, but they want to impact the psychology, the psyche, the mind. This is what's important for them to influence for their benefits, you know, for their they want to manipulate others for that. And these operations are carefully planned in advance, utilizing predetermined agendas and various psychological teaching techniques to effectively influence the opinions, emotions, attitudes, and behaviors. Because when you impact the mind, you enter to the mind, you impact the behaviors, because the behaviors came from the mind first and foremost. They want to create opposing groups that they have different opinions. They contradict each other. They of course contradict themselves within as without. They have contradiction between the groups and inner contradiction, how they believe and how they act. People think is completely normal and everything fine, that government care about everything. The government protect us. We see how they slaughter, how much people they slaughtered in these villages. And because they don't have guns, they're not armed, they're not ready, they're not, because the government not give everyone gun and ammunition and firearms, because it's your natural right to protect yourself. And the opposite, they take the guns before that from the villages. They leave only 10 people in each village with the guns, with firearms, against 300 people or something like that. So this just show how this is false belief. How they want to take your rights. They create the problem to, and they know what the solution will be. They know, they want to see the reaction. Okay, they will speak about problem, reaction, solution, and how they create they know the solution. They want to they give the solution as a result to take the rights from the people, from the masses, to take their rights, to take their privacy, to enter to moderate their privacy, and people will accept that because they are in fear. They want to instill fear in people, trauma in people, because when human being in fear, under fear, is you close in the box. Okay, this is ignorance, because you not think logically, not think aware, because he unconsciously in fear. Okay, his consciousness is in stagnation, because fear is fight flight, is a situation of survival. Okay, so they want people in fear all the time and in traumas. and wounds open, and people not look on the wounds and the shadows, and they want to create more and more wounds. And we speak about how they open the wounds here in this area to the people after all they done, all this killing and murderers, slaughtering before this day. So we just see how all the system is failing and corrupted. Okay, so let's continue in the slides. Okay, false flag operations. False flag psychological operations. The concept of a false flag refers to a situation where an event is deliberately staged or manipulated by the state that involve a combatant conducting attacks on its own assets and then attributing the blame for the attack to the enemy. It undermines the political and moral support of the attackers' own people, who then encourage their attackers to respond with even greater aggression against the enemy. This type of operation follows a problem-reaction solution. Okay, so as we see in this picture, everything is founded from the both sides. Hamas is Israel, Israel is Hamas. This kind of social engineers and who really rule the things above, you know, they found all this. This is their money. They found this is your taxes, people. You pay for the taxes, okay? Your taxes go to these wars, to these manipulations. Because all what they want to do, they want to destroy the human heart, the emotions, the care, the love, the freedom. They want to destroy the freedom of the people. They want people enslaved under them, like their properties. And this is like two groups of idiots that fighting each other for nothing, for fucking religion or whatever you have, or piece of land that they sell you the story because the books say this is our land or whatever, so we need to enter and kill everyone. And I will not enter to this history even, you know. But you see how the attackers, even from Israel, they attack even more. After all happened here in Israel, they create even more chaos in the other side. And they think they have the right to kill innocent people because someone told them so. Someone told them so. And they not show this in the news, they not show the truth in the mainstream media. They want to bullshit people, they want to put people in confusion, in internal contradictions. Psychological operations, commonly known as a psyops, encompass more than just military operations. It's not just military operations. It's more deeper than this. It's much more deeper. They won't impact the psyche, the emotions, the behaviors of human beings, to make them immoral. They want to create chaos that people by themselves create that. This is what they do. This is what the major population is doing now. We just create chaos by our true will, by our will, not true will. This is the will of the people. This is about the will. This is about the choice. And psychological operations, commonly known as a psyops, are not limited to military operations or intelligence agencies. They are largely orchestrated by ruling class, associated with dark occult, which aims to exert greater control over population through psychological manipulation and mind control. This centralized group includes members from the military, mainstream media, and intelligence agencies who implement and follow the orders of those dark occultists operating from the shadows, knowingly or unknowingly. Whatever you're aware of that or no, you're just an agent that work for them. This group is operate from the shadows. They create mind control. They know how the mind operates, and they want to impact the mind. They want to control the mind, because if they control the mind, they control the behaviors. They can enter to your body. They can claim your body only to say you something, to manipulate you by words. I can say, hey, you cannot use drugs, or you cannot use this, you cannot put this in your body because I say so. You're looking like authoritarian, People get scared. They don't understand their sovereignty, so they will surrender to this authority because they don't understand their real sovereignty, natural rights that belong to them anyways from their birth. Okay, so this is the birthright that population need to claim, and someone take control on that. Someone claim control on that, and like this they control the mind. If they control the mind, okay, your behavior will be the same because you're not aware, you're unconsciously doing things. You not understand that every action came from the mind. Anything came from the mind. The universe is mental. Everything is mental, right? Social engineers have used psychological operations, also known as psyops, on people through human history. Governments worldwide often believe it is necessary to instill fear and confusion among their slaves in order to maintain control. As a result, they may employ psychological operations to further tighten they hold on the collective mindset of the people. Through the human history, we see how these psyops go over and over again by patterns. We see the patterns, we see it repeating and repeating and repeating, and we kind of inside feedback loop, that we inside some chaos capsule or time capsule that we cannot broken it. We cannot just open and get free, because we see all the time repeating this kind of psyops and all this planned all these operations they do to implant fear and trauma in people, and to employ psychological operations and tighten their control. They want to tighten their control. They want to maintain that for long term. Also, they have operations for long term. I believe so. This operation was this recent operation was for long term operation. Okay, they plan the solution very strong restrictions. I'm sure it will be some restriction in rights or privacies. They will use very strong technology for bad reasons, to control, to follow, to enter to your privacy, to take your rights away. This will be the next years, because they create this operation for that. This was everything. We'll speak about this operation in the end of this presentation. Will be little slides about that, and I will speak about that more. But before that, I want to explain people what the idea behind that, why they do it, really, what the reason for that, why they do it. People ask, so they think it's only here or only there. Okay, the war between Russia and Ukraine is a real war, but here is a fake. Here is real. People, please, this is a manipulation. Okay. Have only one war, the war against ignorance and darkness of yourself. Okay? Because everything as within, so without, as above, so below. So you need to understand. You don't have the enemy. Okay, I don't mean you don't need to protect yourself. You have the right to protect yourself. Okay, I don't mean that. But if someone take your rights, this is real war for freedom. For freedom. You see that these people try to take our rights away, but this is a war, a righteous war. Okay, but the real war, this is what I say all the time. The real war is on consciousness. Is real on consciousness. Because if the majority of the population ignorant about this knowledge about cosmic laws and protocols, and they live in illusion and in fantasy instead of reality, we cannot progress as a species. It's impossible to arrive for freedom. We need at least the majority is more balanced. They know the truth around them. They understand where they are. The people are aware. Okay, the most people need to be aware. If no, so it cannot be. We will be enslaved forever as a species. Okay. This is the law of freedom. So let's continue. So how the psychological false flag operations works. Psyops work by utilizing the fears, victim mentalities. Yes, this is strong. They put victim mentalities in there. They want to implant that. Ignorance and naive ideas of their targets. Human awareness is always driven by the fear-love polarity. Yes, this is the principle of polarity that we speak about, that this is one energy in different degrees, in different extremes, the paradoxes, the fear and love, the opposite of fear and love is not hate, is love. And they want to keep the population under fear, under the extremes of fear. They understand that principle of polarity, and because of they understand that, and they use this knowledge to enslave to enslave the people around all the population, because they know if they will leave all the population in fear, majority at least, so they will be very confused, ignorant, and lack of knowledge about themselves, who they are, what their sovereignty is, what their true rights, what their natural rights. And polarity-based love is a real, pure light of consciousness that develops and grows. Love is the foundations of wisdom, compassion, care, and courage. On the other hand, fear and other extremes lead consciousness to stagnation, which demoralize and lack empathy in the individual. Many psyops work by awakening people's deepest, most ignorant, ingrated fear and need to stay safe. Yes, people here want to stay safe. They think the government protect them and they want to stay safe, and because of that they pay for their with their rights, with their nature, with their who they are. Really, they just give up their power. They give up their respect and power away to someone else because they want to feel safe. And they awaken the deepest wounds in the people and fears in these operations, because they feel so scared. They want to feel so safe that they don't want to experience again this fear again. They want to run away. This is escapism. They escape. They want to escape. They want to feel safe. Oh, okay. Take my rights, but I will feel safe. I will be slave, but safe. So all of these psychological operations are carried out on people as a result of their lack of understandings of human psychology, true spirituality, occult knowledge, and even the most fundamental cosmic laws and protocols. So let's speak a little about Hegelian dialectic, the synthetic solution to those conflicts can be introduced unless those being manipulated take side that will advance the predetermined agenda. Okay, let's speak about the problem reaction solution technique they use. The social engineers and the controllers, who really stand in the shadows behind the governments, and they just give orders to the puppets in the government, that they just follow their orders. The same like all the people, but they just more higher in more higher status, but they basically the same followers, and they just follow the orders of those who stand behind the veil and not show themselves who they are really, and they just want to control the population through the shadows, not be seen by others. So they create these three steps. The one step is to create the problem. Example, what happened in Israel suddenly is by surprise. Just attackers enter suddenly from this Gaza Strip and through these gates, and broken the fence, and just enter to the villages and slaughter kids, women, men, and kidnap and rape and murder. This is the problem they created. They planned that very well before they put it in action, in a manifestation, in the real. They put it in action. All of them, all this operation put together, and they create this attack. They know will be reaction of the population. Okay. They know will be reaction of the population. Okay, they cannot know exactly how what will be, but you know, when you see the things how was by a couple of years ago, you know, I not see a lot of awakening around, but people just see that as a narrative story, say. Okay, so. They want to create in the problem that people feel terrified. They want to create a really chaos between the people. They think someone attacked them externally or whatever. This can be also financial situation. This can be physical threat. This can be many kind of operations they do. Not only just wars. Okay. They can create a very major economical crash, or you know, you can create chaos in the society, you know, because you claim all the resources. People give up all their resources because this fucking socialism and all this stuff, and this is what they do. They create problems, create problems all the time, create problems, and have the reaction and offer the solution. The solution will be, as I say, to take your rights away. To take your rights away. In somehow, they will say, okay, I want for you, for your safety, for your own safety, for all of us, all of our safety in all our country, we need to take that from you. Okay, we need to take that part from you because we want all of us to feel safe. Okay? And as you see in this chart, you have the agenda, centralization of power. Okay? You have the thesis, terror event, example. Faked or real. It can be also faked. Yes, have cases they make it fake, like the Black Lives Matters. I think it was fake. I'm not sure, but you see, have things they make fake. Okay, to create that condition. In some cases, it's really have real wars that people slaughtering each other because of some belief system. And have the antithesis. They want to create the opposition group opposition between the people. Put them in different boxes. Just divide them in boxes. And have the synthesis. This is the removal of freedom and to create a state of police. A police state. They need police. We need to police. We need to police the police to save us. But they will take. They can do things that you cannot. They can take also your rights away. Now we need to feel safe. So we need to government and police to care about us, to save us. And because of that, we need to remove your freedom away. We need to your power. We need to centralize the power in the government in one direction. Whatever you call it, government, or I don't give a shit. Okay, call it whatever you want. System of control that centralize power. Okay, this is a centralized power that they take all the power away from everyone that give their own power because they are ignorant and don't want to see the truth. They give away their power. So let's see that. The next slide. The types of warfare. The great war that humanity confronts is a battle for consciousness. This is what I say. The battle is in consciousness. This for consciousness. Because this, if we not change, alter the consciousness, we cannot do anything else. Because we cannot, whatever you think without government will be okay if all the people will be ignorant and masses of people will, this, you understand, we need to deal with a lot of issues, a lot of problems by ourselves. We need to take the personal responsibility, each one of us. If it's not like this, it's not work. It cannot be, because nature not work like this. Nature make you to be responsible for your own safety, for your own being, for your own health, for your own dresses, for everything in your life. You need to be responsible for self-defense. Every day, the human race faces multiple difficulties that threaten our well-being on a psychological, physical, and spiritual levels. They create. They attack us in many domains. In physical domain, in spiritual, in psychological. They put people in the indoctrination camps, like schools. They spray in the sky metals every day. They create wars, physical threats on people. So these threats can manifest in both obvious and suitable ways. False flag warfare operations are strategically planned to instill fear and trauma within the population. Okay? This psychological manipulation aims to facilitate obedience. They want obedient workers. They don't want to. They don't want thinkers, logic thinkers, holistic thinkers. They want obedient workers that don't think logically and aware, and promote a strategy of divide and conquer, divide and ruling. Because when you divide and create a division and contradiction and oppositions, that you can rule now. It's much more easier for you. So types of warfare. We have wars, terror attacks, mass murders, actual physical threats. We have many stuff that's going on in the world. We see great wars between two countries, between two master slaves that send their slaves to sacrifice themselves. Have terror attacks, planned terror attacks, predetermined. Mass murders, mass slaughtering. Okay, now we have slaughtering. People have guns. We need to remove the guns because this is dangerous for us. You cannot protect yourself now. And if you try so we hurt you. We put you in jail or we shot you. Pharma. Also bio-warfare. Not only physical, bio-warfare. Chemtrails, GMO, fluoride, vaccinations, pharma, biological threats on the well-being. Pharma is poison, and so is black sorcery. This is what means in this word. Fluoride. Your floor in the eye. Your eye in the floor. Psychological warfare. Founded mainstream media, mind control, public schools, false education, and information. Psychological threats. All the layers, all the domain of our lives, they want to attack. This is a warfare against us. This is the warfare not against Israel, against Gaza, against Germany, against Russia, against Ukraine. It's against the human race. You need to understand that. It's a war between good and evil, not between us. We need to abolish this evil from here. It's not necessary to experience this. You know, it's just people more create that and create that without knowing. It's just you know, this all made for that, to put people in ignorance, because they impact the thoughts. You know, they block the third eye. They block you from higher thinking, from recognizing, to know the difference, to discern between right and not right, and not wrong and right. What is true, what is fantasy. So know the difference. Psyops can be successfully carried out against the human race population because most people have not yet reached a level of consciousness that allows them to properly distinguish between reality and truth from falsehood and fantasy. Until this happens, Psyops will continue to be a successful tool for controlling the human race and enslaving the people. Till people will not learn how to discern between right and wrong and falsehood and reality, these psyops will continue to be all the time. And will get worse and worse and worse. This is what I say to people. It's not necessary. You can understand that before we can, as a collective. But for that we need willpower. For that we need to be active. For that we need to be enlightenment. For that we need to be not in contradictions. Okay, you want to be free. What you do for that? What you really care about that? You want it? You have drive for it, because you need to have drive, very strong drive for this. We all need. Most of us need to do it. We all need to do it, because for that we're here. For that we have body. For that we have emotions and thoughts and body to make the actions. All together, we here with physical body, our soul dwell in this body for some reason. And you have the reason. You have the mission here to do it, to do something unique that can help the situation, the human condition. Occult false flag of psychological operations. The occult refers to a body of knowledge, science and art that is not widely known to the general population. As we see today, people are very ignorant about this knowledge. They think, oh, this is bullshit. Oh, this is satanic. Oh, this is not Judaism. This is not Christian. This is a devil. This is people. Occult. This is hidden knowledge. This is the meaning of the word hidden information, hidden knowledge. Okay, from the most of the general population, they ignorant from that, because this is a knowledge about human psyche, deeply go inside the human psychology, spirituality, the laws of nature, everything around us, how it operates. And it's full science and arts. It takes years to study that. This is not ending even in this lifetime story. You need to continue to study this, because it's a full body of knowledge. And people just ignorant from that. They think this is bullshit. But this is about you. This is about us. This is about our condition. It is encompass hidden insights into profound aspects of human psychology and the cosmic laws of nature. Both the seen physical laws, example, you have the law of gravity, you know, this will fall down if you throw it, right? You cannot go under the cliff because you will fail, you will die. This is not your nature. So you have physical laws we can see. Okay, obviously this is the truth. This is the law. I cannot cross this law because I will die. I will burn or whatever. And unseen laws, the spiritual laws, the cause and effect. Any cause have effect. Your actions matters. Your actions is, if you not do nothing or you do something, they have difference. You impact everything around you, as within so without, as above so below. The knowledge contained in the occult sciences and arts can be used for both good and evil purposes. It can be also good and evil. It can be both. Like the social manipulators, they use it for manipulation. They use it for mind control, because they know this knowledge. They have a lot of knowledge, and the masses of population no have. So they have differentiality, power differentiality, because knowledge is power if you use it. If you don't use it, so it's nothing. What the point? But if you apply this knowledge, then this is power. So they want this power. If the majority of the people start to learn the occult and all this stuff, they will lose. They will lose very fast, because they know this is because of that they hide it. They don't want people access it. But today we have this gift. We can. So why no? We can do it. So why not approach this situation? Why not approach that? This is a gift. So the good purpose involves using it to develop human consciousness and conditions. On the other hand, the evil way to utilizing this knowledge is for manipulation and control, ultimately leading to the enslavement of the human population. The dark occultists deliberately conceal this knowledge to hinder progress and maintain power imbalances between those who possess the knowledge and those who remain ignorant of it. So what is the dark occult agenda? The dark occultists, also known as ancient psychologists, possess hidden information that they use manipulatively to exploit the ignoramus and fearful masses of people who willfully reject this knowledge. They gain power by manipulating those who remain ignorant of this crucial knowledge. A small minority of individuals desire to establish themselves as gods on earth, with the intention to manipulating and effectively enslaving the majority of the human population. They want to be gods on earth. They want to just that all the human race work for them, and they do everything for this. They consider you as a food, okay? They even not consider you as a live being. The government not consider you as a live being. They consider you as a number, as a property. It's not human being. The state is a belief system, is not human being. Okay? Israel is a belief system, is not human being. Palestine is a belief system, is not human being. Germany, America, Sweden, or whatever you are, what country you are, or okay, this is just a place, is a geographical area, is a piece of land, okay, you name it, fine. But why to believe? Why to create a system of belief around that? And this is our property, and we need to come together now to centralize the power in some place, and they will decide like gods on earth and like kings and stuff, and all of us, we need to follow. No, like this, no. To weave responsibility is to the destruction of freedom. When people willfully choose to weave themselves from the responsibility for their actions and fail to take personal accountability for their own self-defense without relying on centralized power, organizations such as governments, police, army, or other form of authority over human beings, the true freedom cannot be properly achieved. Freedom is not a fairy tale story that you go, okay, I not do nothing, I'm free, I can go everywhere. No, freedom is a responsibility. You need to understand you have a responsibility. You want to believe you can transfer this to someone else, you can weave it to someone else. No, you cannot. You all the time responsible for yourself. If you think so, no, so you live in illusion. You create for yourself chaos, and for all of us. You need to understand you have the responsibility to defend yourself. What is this responsibility? The ability to respond. The ability to respond to your emotions. The ability to respond to your actions and thoughts. What is going on within you, and then you respond outward. You need to understand, you need to respond. If you need to protect yourself, you need to respond that you don't, I cannot rely on someone or some government or some organization to protect me. Okay, I'm not saying it's not good to make some, organized group of people that if something happen, we go to protect our neighbors, our society, our community, no problem, but not coercion, no, without coercion and violence that police do today. That other people don't have the right to do, and they think they have the right to do. So it is the ability for responsible individuals to assert their sovereignty in all aspects of life. Okay, let's see the next slide. I will show some pictures from this event and some what is that really? This is a sacrifice ritual. I will speak about this in other in context to more metaphysical terms and more occult terms. And here we see this is a mega sacrifice ritual. Also 710. We'll speak about the numerology and all that stuff. The date 7 October, the false flag demoralization. This is the psyop type of operation. The official story, I said the official story of that. Early in the morning, the extremist Muslim religious organization, Hamas, launched an attack on Israel. It involves a rocket barrage of at least 3,000 rockets, targeting Israel as well as vehicle transported incursions into Israel territory. During the attack, Palestinian militants breached the Gaza-Israel barrier, launching assaults on military bases and killing civilians in nearby Israel communities. Targetedly, the attack refused in the loss of at least 1,300 Israeli lives, including 260 individuals who were killed at the music festival. Additionally, unarmed civilian hostages and captured Israeli soldiers, including women and children, were taken to the Gaza Strip. Okay, so this is what they say in the news. This is what they say in the newspaper. This is what they say. We have a dangerous organization, a Muslim or religious organization. By the way, this is the extreme religion. Everywhere is very dangerous, you know. Anywhere in the world, extreme religion, people, in all aspects, you know, religion is the problem because people believe in something. They not think logically. Because of that, you have brain to think and to arrive to your own consequences and say, okay, this is the true. I understand that, and not believe. No, have religion, something, on something that you don't know. You're just lazy to investigate and just believe. And they say this is an organization that launched attack on Israel and send rockets, and we don't. This is what they say. Okay, we don't know who found them. We don't know who stand behind that. Suddenly they say enter to these villages that never. You know, people here, they know in the army this never can happen. You know, never. It is suddenly in one day everything like this happened in 8 hours. Police and military not arrived there to help. Nothing. And this just show the people how government not protecting you. You know, give a shit about you at all. At all. They waiting 8 hours to make this happen because they know the police even not answer the phone. No one answered the phone. Nothing. They can send helicopters with 500 people in 3 hours, but they not do it. You know, it was Saturday. Say it was Saturday, but still, is someone from within go and broken that barrier and let the people in to take all the stuff also from here. They take because people there they're poor. They know have nothing. They control all the resources of them there. All water, food, everything rely on Israel. What they give them, and they put them in a jail like a ghetto. This is a ghetto, the same like ghetto before. This is the same thing. They not show it in the news here because they don't want to create. Okay, we do it there like this is not good. No, they don't want to. They want to create a hate. They think, okay, they murder these people. Now we have the right to kill kids also. They think they have the right to kill kids and babies because they deserve it. The baby not deserve it. He not choose it when he born to get killed by you. If you put a rocket from an airplane or whatever, is not different if you shot in a gun on someone innocent and not use the properly your weapon and use it for bad purposes and killing, not protect yourself. So true purpose, let's speak about the true purpose. The intention is to instill fear and trauma in the public, leading them to willfully submit their freedom by accepting authority in the name of security. This strategy aims to maintain control over the population through fear and ignorance. The purpose of this operation was to incite hatred, promote division and control, create chaos, and encourage violence. The purpose of this kind of operation, was to prioritize the protection of the state over the rights and privacy of the individual, under the promise of ensuring safety. Also, the type of psychological operations is designed to implant a religious dogmatic programming and promote blood ritual sacrifice in metaphysical terms. These people, if we speak about the system of control and we go all the way up, this is about non-human entities, demonic non-human entities that they live in the shadows and they vampires. This is vampiric consciousness. Okay? And their food is the blood. They want to spill blood on the earth. Like we speak about the rituals, the sacrifice rituals in the equinox of spring, that they want to offer the blood to earth. And this is what they do. This is what they do numerically. This is what they do they encrypt it in symbology, in numbers, and all this stuff, you know, to create unconscious subliminal reactions. And definitely we see how they want in the end over, they think about the state, not about the rights of the individual privacy. We as a state, we as a belief system, this is what we decide. And all these rituals they do, in metaphysical terms, they just sacrifice. This is people who go to army, to the kids, they send their kids 18 years old to this fucking army to go and sacrifice them. Till now, till in this moment, people go from their will to sacrifice themselves for the state, not for truth, not for yourself even. You know, you sacrifice for someone else, for some entity. And this blood is example in this party was 260 people in this party. They murdered 260 people. There is a massive ritual, sacrifice ritual, that they offer blood to these entities. I don't want to speak too much deeply in this, because it's need to make full video about that stuff. But it's energy exchange, you need to understand, and in an inverted, distorted way. Okay, we'll speak about this now more deeply, little, but not too much, you know, because full of subjects of things, and this inversion, because satanic inversion, this is inversion. They offer blood, the death of the suffering of the fear. They're feeding from this low astral energy. Okay, so let's see, number 7 in the major arcana, the 7th of October, is the Chariot in the major arcana. The Chariot is the card represent is triumph, willpower, determination, and drive to achieve success. It symbolizes the ability to overcome obstacles and reach one's goals. The card also signifies a strong sense of home and residence. This was war on her residence and land, homeland, or whatever. They sell them the story, right? And all this willpower, they go in inverted willpower, of course, in toxic, extremely toxic willpower, to destroy other things and people and slaughter, and go without stop, like the Chariot. And this goes in this, they go in these cars like chariots with the guns, and move forward. And black and white we see also correspond to this archetypal consciousness of the Chariot, of the major arcana card, number 7. And we can see the 7 and 10 also, the wheel of fortune, also the card. We see 4 elements around it, and this kind of expanded energy. This is a Jupiter energy. This is Jupiter, and it also can leave you in ignorance, in feedback loop, or it can you can access to knowledge from it. But here we see it in a toxic expression, that they use all these 4 elements, water, fire, air, and earth, in this war, in this warfare, okay, from all the sides. And the dark occultists who operate in the shadows place great importance on this encoding their sacrificial rituals with hidden messages through the usage of symbols, numbers, words, and names. These elements are carefully chosen to represent the archetypal consciousness that they intended to invert. The occult correspondence between numbers and the archetypes depicted in the tarot cards in the 7-10 sacrifice ritual. Okay, pretty interesting to see that. Also, if we see by the tarot, corresponding to the tarot, the 3 of Swords, this is the decan that fell on this period of time of the 7th of October, and it corresponds to the 3 of Swords. This represents the pain and the the betrayal. We speak about the betrayal here now in the next slide, and the pain and the, you know, and it's also called the swords of iron. Okay, kind of restricted energy of the pain and suffering. Okay. And we see also, if we do all these numbers together, we get the six number. Number 6 in the major arcana is the lovers, is the war of the brothers, the war of the brothers. We see it by the history. We see it in many mythologies and traditions, ancient traditions. The war between the brothers and the betrayal story. Yes, the 6th card is the major arcana, symbolize communication and the harmonious connection between the masculine and feminine energies. It is also the gate, the heart gate, because it's the alchemical wedding of the feminine and masculine together that create the open the heart energy, the intelligence of the heart, which leads to the awakening of the heart inner wisdom. This card decodes the archetypes found in the stories of Adam and Eve. Example also was there the betrayal story of the eating the apple, and the God punish Adam and whatever. This the two brothers is repeating many times. Okay, and the repeated theme of betrayal through various legends is the emphasizes that everything ultimately comes back to the betrayal of one's own thoughts, and how the individual's ignorance may destroy their soul. Also by the story of Balder and Loki, that he shot in his heart and he died, that the gods cannot believe that he can die, and he gone to the underworld and they cannot bring him back, and all this is represent the human heart, the human soul. Also the betrayal of thought, the thought, okay, the thought. Your thought is betrayal, you yourself betray your own soul. The people who believe in these religions, okay, and contribute with this evil, whatever you know about that or no, you betray your soul. You go against yourself, you go against your soul, you go against the God, you go against the creation, you go against the nature, you go against all this. Unknowingly or knowingly, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So the card also represents the stories of that part, because the Tarot also speak about the periods of our history, also archetypal consciousness, yes, and all that symbology about our inner world, and about our psychology and emotions and spirituality and everything. And also, this what's beautiful in that is also speak about the things that the mythologies and the imprints about our ancestors, and what they crossed in the past, and what we can learn from this. So the betrayal of the man and woman also have, yes, this is and also Enki and Enlil, the story of Enki and Enlil. And the Enki was the good and Enlil was the bad. And by the way, the Enlil, this is the line of Enlil. All these religious Muslims and Jews and monotheistic Abrahamic religions all arrived from the Sumerian, Mesopotamian empires in Babylon, and they came from the astro-theological cults. This is the original astro-theological cults that divided into 3 cults from one stellar cult, that the original cult, and they split it to 3 cults, even 4, but the 4th I will not speak about too much. But anyways, they split the people, they divide the people to worship the star, the moon, and the sun, the moon, and the stars, or Saturn. So we see here the false flag operations. Also, we see how this corresponding with 9/11 event, with Boaz and Jachin and the high priestess and the hangman, how the all this corresponding and the similar style and operation was here and there, and people still not. This is for you to understand that after 9/11, people start to be aware little, but not active in the not enough acting and real solve the problem. Because this repeating, you see the cycle is repeating and repeating all the time. And people think, okay, let's give up about all our rights. So what the point to live? Give all your rights to the government in order to you to stay safe. So what logic in that? Because these events will arrive again and again. This is not prophecy. This is the nature work like this. This is the rhythms of nature. If you not understand and you live in ignorance and you not see the pictures and the truth and the reality and think logically and see these pictures and the correspondences, to understand the symbols, the numbers, to know the power of the symbols, to know the power of all these words and logos, and what you say is impact, and this is frequency, is the impact others' hearts and minds. This is a matter. This is important. You are important. Everyone is important. Everyone have a special, unique mission here. And we see all these pictures and we see this is go to another time and another time, another. This will continue forever if we not understand. This is for us to awaken us. And unfortunately, this is the pain people need to experience to understand. And we deserve it. And unfortunately, to say that. This is also soul harvest ritual. False flag operations are not only intended to influence the psyche of the population. This is but they also have a metaphysical aspect involved in sacrifice rituals and the harvesting of the souls by vampiric consciousness. These rituals involve in a twisted and inverted method of exchanging energy through the blood of the traumatized victims who participate in them. And this is what said the soldiers is participate in that rituals for their own will. They want it. Unfortunately, they not get properly educated. They not get proper education from their parents because their parents is fucked up like them, and they just create the same story, the same next generation of ignorant and just without any purpose. People that live all the life, take medicine, go to work 8 till 5, and that's it. They live the life like this, not do nothing in their lives. Not express their true purpose of their soul, not understand who they really are. They even not experience what is real freedom. The freedom is in the mind first. First of all, we as an individuals need to live in freedom in the mind. We need to not be enslaved by ourselves, by our own mind. Because mental slavery is the beginning of the physical slavery. So this vampiric consciousness, they exchange energy through this method of blood traumatized victims sacrifice ceremonies they do publicly. And you are feeding their own system with money and with blood. Money they not care about the money. They don't give a shit about the money. They have everything in the world. They want the blood, they want the control, they want the kids, the next generations of ignoramus. And another subject I want to speak about, very important to those who think Israel is like this or like that. Israel, and I speak about the Zionism. Israel is founded by Zionism. Okay, this is a Zionist organization. Is nothing to do with Judaism. Nothing to do with Judaism. Zionism is not related to true Judaism. Is in any way. It is merely a political ideology that seeks to centralize power, using Judaism as a cover story. It's like a Sabbatian cult. This is a start from Sabbatian cult. This is a false messianic religious dogma. They just propagate the Jews in that time. I think in 17 or 18 or something like that, or before even 16th century. This is a cult. This is inverted cult of Saturn. This is inverted aspect of Saturn. I mean, not the true aspect of Saturn. That the teacher. This is we put you boundaries to teach you things, to teach you morality, to teach you how to live properly, and to heal you. But they implant false religious dogmas in people, false Judaism, false beliefs, false messiahs, which also used in Judaism as a cover story. They use it as a cover story. Okay, the Zionism, they use Judaism as a cover story to create conflicts surrounding the concept of the promised land. Okay, first of all, they create this, people think I'm anti-Zionist, I'm anti-Jews. This is what they want to create in people, in the population. They just not understand that anti-Zionism is not anti-Judaism, is not anti-Semitism. Is nothing to do with Judaism. Even Biden said that. To be a Zionist, you need to be a Jew. Okay, and they came with this bullshit idea with this promised land, or the holy land of Israel, between the two groups of people they divided, or whatever. In the book say this is the promised land of the Jews, so we need to destroy all these people there now living, so we need to take all their lands because the books say like this. And they came from with all these ideas before the 19th century with this Zionist Congress they have, and they start the Holocaust, and the Jews also. This was a very, very huge false flag psychological operation and sacrifice ritual in the Holocaust to create this. Okay, Jews now looking for homeland, so we need to now to go to Israel and just to slaughter all the people there and build our holy land there. Because the book says so, and we know this is also manipulation. This is everything founded by the dark occultists. Everything is just ideology, false ideology, centralization of power. Also, we see on the global map how they centralize their power in the middle of the map. All this inverted, distorted religious dogmas they put in people, very strong. And using the Judaism as a cover story. Okay, you hate Israel, you hate Zionism. Okay, you hate also you have also Jews. You hate Jews. So it's create. This is the same thing like fascism and Nazism is the same. The same they do with Gaza Strip now. They built a ghetto and they kill them because 300 stupid people arrive here to slaughter our people. So we need now to destroy all of them. All these millions of people there, we not care. We can put bombs like this and kill them. And they don't understand this is the same thing. This is the same owner. The same owner. This is like this land was in the British hands, is now go to the Rothschild hands, because this is 80 more percent from this land is from Rothschild. He claimed to be Jew, but he nothing to do with Judaism. Zionism, nothing to do with Judaism. It's only political, dark, occult agenda, centralized power that want to enslave all the humanity. Speak about little about three stellar cults. The Judaism is a monotheistic religion that originated as an ancient Talmudic desert cult. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam have their origins in Sumerian, Mesopotamian, and Babylonian astrotheology. All of this is a distortion of the original teachings of the animist, pagan, and polytheistic cultures of the stellar cult, the original stellar cult of the ancient world, of the prehistory, even before the Abrahamic religions, long time before. This is the original teachings. So in Babylon, the practice, all this astrotheology involves the division of the original stellar cult into the three main cults. The worship of sun, moon, and the Saturn. They want to create division. And that people think, okay, externally the God exists in the heavens. But as within, so without the God, we are the hands of God. We are the co-creators of the Creator. We are the hands, the extension. The God is everywhere. The God is within us. The God is everywhere. You don't have to go to pray to some mosque or fucking, I don't know, synagogue or church. You don't need. The divinity within you, you are divine. You need to claim your divinity. You need to know who you are. And this make to create conflicts and wars between the people because of these fucking bullshit beliefs and religions. I'm not disagree with you, so we need to fight each other on the land because this is my land, this is your land, because my God say like this or your God say like this, right? Not one God or one creator, one source of divinity, of intelligence, natural intelligence. No, have my God, your God. And this ancient psyop, the war between the brothers and the war between Israel and Palestine, the plan was to create a paradoxical betrayal that has been repeated since ancient times. The ongoing war between Israel and Palestine. It seems that this operation was planned eons ago by dark sorcerers. This refers to the ancient Sumerian Draconian Empire and the Babylonian systems characterized by dark sorcery, wars, invasions, and human blood sacrifice. The remaining Abrahamic monotheistic desert cults are derived from astrotheological cults of Sumeria, Mesopotamia, and Babylon. These cults played a significant role in the development of the three major religions. Their purpose was to create division and conquer through the establishment of the distorted belief systems. I want to say something about this. I think I make one video in Jerusalem that I explained about this distorted religious dogmas and how they create all these astrotheological cults from the past, from the ancient world, and how they developed all these religions. And the purpose was to divide and conquer. And you see it in the Jerusalem, very strong and very reflected, very strong, all this religious programming, okay? All this religious programming. And all this Abraham and Jacob and Muhammad and Moses and David, all these people from the Genesis story and all this religious stories and prophets, they are descendants of Enlil from the Anunnaki Empire of Sumerian Empire, of the Draconian Anunnaki Empire. That before that, I want to explain, before that was paganism, prehistoric time, that people, they receive knowledge by words, by voice, okay? They even don't know to read and write. The read and write came from Sumeria, and they inverted to wash the brain to the people. I not say the writing is bad and the reading is bad, but they use this because they have they know how to preserve the information. They have this knowledge of genetical, very high intelligent knowledge, how to preserve the knowledge and to write and read and how to transfer and preserve that. And they use this method, and from this we learn how to read and write. Before that, they not know. They not use this. And they use it for bad purpose, to wash the brain to the people. And then they write books and of Quran and all these books, religious books. They write it by this. This originate from there. Since they right to learn to write and read, they create this books that wash the brain to the people and put them in the religious beliefs. Okay, so I want to show this picture. This all propaganda. This is all false flags operations. One by one, stand with Ukraine, stand with Israel, stand with Palestine, stay home, Black Lives Matter. All this founded by government, by masses, money of the banking system and the governments and corporations to create more and more chaos and violence and divisions and confusions. All this, the same owner who make the same things, create the problem, reaction and solution. And the solution is to restrict your rights away, to take your rights away, to wipe your rights. Wipe your freedom away. So they never defend you. Instead, all they do is to take your rights after the crime was being committed. This is what they do. They never arrive when the crime was committed, in the moment. They arrive after to restrict, to put people in jail, or to take your rights away. If you're innocent also, if they can do it. We know it as a fact, they do it. They claim things that they cannot claim, that others cannot claim also, no one. You cannot go someone and enter to his privacy because you claim that you officer or police or you have some label. And you have the right to enter to my property or whatever. Or to pay taxes and to pay this stuff, this wars. I don't want to pay this wars. I don't want to pay my taxes. I don't want to spend my money for this wars. I don't want. I know this money go there, so for what? This is not violence. This is not put your head to tell you to. This is not coercion. This is not theft. So, okay, this is. I finished the presentation. I want to say something before. I want to speak little about astrology in terms of astrology. How has happened all this event? Corresponding to what has happened to what we see in the heavens, and they especially, I want to say, they especially target the solar plexus, aiming to discourage, because they know the bottom the bottom chakras. This is the survival chakras, and they want to instill fear and trauma inside the people. They want people stuck here and not grow to the upper chakras and open the heart system and the third eye. They manipulate and they want to invert genuine willpower. They don't, this is all about the willpower, people. You need to know what your real willpower, what your true willpower, with capital W, with true will of your soul, what your soul want to do. You just need to listen, to quiet your mind and chattering of your mind, and just sit with yourself and listen to your soul, what you need to do here, what your true desire here. During this process, they reopen old wounds here. Okay, they reopen old wounds, and I will speak about this in astrology now, about Chiron and how it's after 50 years exactly came to the same spot after the Yom Kippur War. So it's very interesting. They open the old wounds of surprise attacks, because they so much traumatized here that they put another trauma in people for long term. This is operation for long term, as I say. This will leave people with wounds open for long term, and they will surrender to the authority. More and more, we'll see restrictions and taking rights away from the people, and less freedom. And if we continue in the same, I'm not saying it will happen, but if we continue in the same mindset and behaviors as a population, and this is make the individual repeatedly experience distress, even at the hands of their own government. They see the government will not care about them. They continue to support, even after they see they not give a shit about anyone lives, anyone nothing. They still support the government by their gentle puppets that sit there and watch the brain in the TV, that they speak with people. They even don't know the people in the politics. They don't know who control the things. They don't know these people who they really are as individuals. They don't meet them never. They don't know who they are, what their benefit, what they do in it, what their intentions. They don't know. No one knows. And what they believe them. They believe them. Anyways. And they also create divisions and conflicts among the people inside Israel, also inside any country, not only between Arabs and Jews and Palestine and Israel. Yes, they have support pro-Palestine, pro-Israel, and this create around the world also conflicts, not only here, around the world. Divide and conquer, as we say. And it's important to remember that we are all part of the human family and deserve equal rights, whatever Palestine or Israel, whatever you are and what your label are, we are all humans with the same equal rights. We're not the same. We're not the same levels of consciousness. We're not the same levels of abilities. But with the same rights. We have the same rights. Our lives matter. All of us. Not only black lives matter. White lives also matter. Everyone. Chinese or black or whatever. And we have the equal rights and sovereignty. Their intention is to perpetuate a narrative of betrayal, keeping us as victims of our own kind, while also fostering opposition groups that unknowingly play into the hands of those who manipulate from the shadows. And they want to destroy the human heart. They want to destroy the care. They want to destroy your care for freedom, for love, for true love, not fairy tale love, for true love, of truth, of reality, of what you. They want to destroy the care for people to be care enough for human condition, or for truth, for what really truth. And not for some reality and fairy tales, not some fairy tale stories and illusions they believe so. And all these lies, they just eat from the mainstream media and just do not think by themselves. And this control their emotions, not only mind, there's emotions. Emotional control, not only mind control. Especially the news of the mainstream media, they impact the emotions more. And the emotions is very impactful, the behavior, it's very strong. And they know that. So let's speak about little about astrology and the current situation in the heavens and how is reflected to the situation here, what happened in the 7th of October. And during now is continue. The wars continue and the hate continue. And will continue till the people go outside from their ignorance. And start to understand what is going on. So in astrology we have the north and south nodes, the axial noodles of the moon, now in Aries and Libra. And they're squaring the Pluto in retrograde in Capricorn. Now Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn, and he give the last push now in Capricorn, and after he enter again to Aquarius and go straight. and is now squaring the Libra Aries axis, and this very, very strong transformation. Pluto is about death and transformation, and Aries is about self. It can be also very narcissistic energy, that people start to be more racist, because this axis, they move this is a cycle of 18 years. The transit is 18 years, and we see how we see the reflection of the hate and fight, war, because Aries is also war energy, and selfishness, and racism can be also manifested. Because of that, we have the other side, the opposite 1-7 axis is the Libra. Libra is the opposite, is the relationships, is the balance, is the harmony, is the others, to consider others. You know, you're not alone. You have the partners with you. We all together. We want harmony and balance. And your heart is waiting. With this is scales that put your heart and how you enlightenment with what true you know or no. And this is give you. You need to have this balance between the others and yourself. You need to understand how to be in relationship with others and with yourself. The relationship also with yourself. And we have the Chiron also in Aries. And before 50 years, it was in the same point in Yom Kippur War, and was also by surprise. And a lot of sacrifices and blood sacrifice was there, and victims was there after this war. And this was before exactly 50 years, and this was awaken the wounds. And the Chiron energy is the wounds, is get wounded by the poisoned arrow. I said a little story about the Chiron, is he get wounded by the poisoned arrow of Hercules, that he gave up his immortality in order to heal the pain and to save Achilles. And Zeus give mercy for his courageous act to go to the underworld, and the wound is the gift. This is the message of Chiron. Because of that, he was I forget the name, something with art or something like that. Anyways, the wand is the gift. You need to you need to accept your wand. There is the gift. You cannot ignore that. You cannot just release it. You just need to know this is the wound and go through it, and there you will see the gift. We repeat the same history. This show how we don't go forward. We not progress. We stay in the same time capsule of suffering and slavery, and again wars and terror and mercy and violence and coercive situation, all repeating again and again. We stuck in the feedback loop of the same past of destruction and chaos, violence and more restrictions, and predetermined solutions of the same trigger. Okay? And we have the Saturn now in the peak of the retrograde, in the one degree of Pisces, and you think, and also give some push to the situation to forge your inner self, to know where you need to work on, and Saturn help you with this. If you work with Saturn, you know you can see your transits where you can more focus your energy with this transits now. What's going on, because very, very tense what is going on now. And the meaning of retrograde is to look back again, to heal some aspects from your past. This might mean retrograde. And the Sun also opposing the Chiron in that moment of the attack. Sun opposing Chiron in Libra and transiting in the 7th house with South node of the moon. Very, very powerful was this day, and we see this in the skies and everything, and how was reflected in the astrology and the readings, and it's amazing how is reflected and projected. And the stars within us is the stars above us, as above so below. It does not mean the stars is impact us. This just show us our reflection, how we see the projection of our consciousness, and the clock, the cosmic clock, the real clock of the zodiac. And that's it. I want just to say something about the Holy Land stuff. I forget to add something. The Holy Land, what Zionism want to push in people about the Holy Land idea. If we speak about the Holy Land, Israel is not the Holy Land. Never was and never will be. If we speak about the physical place, the physical land is the Great North. Because of that, all the shamanic rituals, they focus in the Great North. And where is the Udenma? By story of the Bok Saga, I will not speak about this too much yet, but maybe in the future. And this is the Holy Land, the Holy Land, the Hell, the Heal, the Healing, and the Hello. But the real Holy Land is your soul, is your spirit. You need to access your true soul, okay? Your higher self, your true self. There is the Holy Land. Now we live in the desert of nothing, is ignorance and nothingness, but we're searching for the Holy Land. The Holy Land is our true self, our soul, where we find our true path, true ignition of our path. Okay, my friends, I think we finished for today. If you want to see my future videos, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you for listening to me and for your time. Thank you very much, people who listen and put attention. I will upload more videos in the future, maybe in the progress of my investigation, my research and study about that situation is going on here. And of course, I will give more updates in the future. Please stay tuned and be ready if I post some video or work, so you can check out my website and my platforms. That's it. I think I finished for today, and thank you very much again, and see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.